Hello, viewers. Welcome again to lesson 1.4 of ReactJS portfolio website for teens course. Today, we are going to be talking about using Copilot like a coding assistant. Here are our learning objectives, what we should expect by the end of this lesson. So, by the end of this lesson, we must have mastered the following things. So, let's go deep into Git Copilot. What is Git Copilot? GitHub Copilot is an artificial intelligence coding assistant developed by GitHub and OpenAI. This is an assistant which helps developers to create codes, to generate codes by just giving it a command of what you want to create. So it works directly inside Visual Studio Code, and it helps developers by suggesting the following. It suggests the code completions, entire functions, React components, uh, documentation, and explanations. Because it will be an assistant, to tell you what you want to do. If you want it to complete your code, you just give it in information. If you want the entire function, you just tell it. Or if you want it to create for you a command name, you just tell it. So you must think of Copilot as an assistant by coding partner which sits behind you. It offers you suggestions while you work on them. And then after it has generated codes for you, you must review them because it might give errors. Uh, Developers choose coding as coding AI coding assistants because it is faster, it reduces repetitive work, learning new technologies, better documentation, and faster debugging. Since you just give it what you want to generate, then it generates for you. It becomes faster as compared to you typing word by word. It is prompt and also it reduces repetitive work because you just tell it what you want to do. There will be no repetition. It is faster in documentation because everything that you have done, it will be recorded. So if you want documentation, it can just give you quickly. And also in debugging, if you're looking for a bug, rather than looking for a bug step by step, it will just direct you where the problem is because it runs faster throughout the whole project as compared to you going one by one, file by file to find where the bug is. However, developers must always review the codes before using it because uh, Copilot might make mistakes, so you need to review. Reviewing helps you to identify mistakes. It also helps you to understand what you are doing rather than doing anything, rather than it doing everything for you. So let's just start using Copilot. Let's just give it a prompt command and see what we are talking about. At the beginning, this is what we have in our portfolio. This is what we have. You can see there is nothing at the beginning. So we want to see if Copilot really works. So let's go and do this. Let's give it an instruction. Here, we want it to create a hero section for us. Let's see if it works. Let's see if it really works or it's just so it's creating. Let's see it will be creating. Let's wait for it. What we should do, we are on top of the things. So this is an example. Let's wait for it. Copilot may suggest for you, course for you, something which looks like this, and then you will review to see if it works for you or not. By so doing, this saves time because developers will just customize rather than starting everything afresh. So it will be easier, faster in development because you're just reviewing what you have. So let's see, or not yet completed. So it will be faster. Developers will write their codes faster. And also the quality of suggestions depends on what you prompt the commands. We're going to talk about it later. As compared to just say create a component. Just imagine you've got your personal assistant. You just tell your personal assistant that give me the files. I want to see something. Yet your office has got many files. The assistant will be confused. But if you tell the assistant the exact files you want, it will be easier for you to understand. If you just say create component, it will be confused because it will give you some information which is irrelevant. But you can say create the React Hero section with a title and a short bio. Then from there, it will be faster. You can see it has completed generating our code. Let's see if it has compiled. Yes, it has updated. As we once talked yesterday that provide auto updates, it has updated and it has shown us the files that has been updated. So if you see an error, you can just revisit those files. So let's see if it did what we want. Oh wow, it has developed. This is what has been developed. Design plus development, build memorable web experience. Oh wow. So if you are not satisfied with this, you can go and change the code and put what you want rather than starting from scratch. So as for me, I'm impressed. So this is the code that has been created. This is the app.js file. It is updated from what we used to have before because at the first we had nothing. But now we have this code. And also this is the hero section. This is the hero section which has been created. This is the code that has been created. You see now. So I'm satisfied. I can keep. If you're not satisfied, you can say undo. So I'm satisfied. I can keep everything. It also gave explanations of what it has done. These are the explanations from coding assistant. So remember, we were saying uh, you you must give enough information. Let's just tell you, command it to do this and see what will happen if we give it this command. Let's say to create a cross section inspired with a short biography. Right. Let's see. As we leave it running, let's move forward. We'll come back soon. So the more the details you give, it produces better results. So the do's and don'ts for AI. When using Copilot, you must read the generated code. You must test the generated code. You must learn from suggestions. Ask Copilot for explanations. So you must read everything that has been generated so that you can understand it. Because if you just accept without understanding it, it will be challenging because you might need to use it in future. So you need to understand it. You must test the generated code before pushing it. Because if you don't test the code, then if there are bugs, you might see it failing to deploy or to compile, and you will see facing challenges. Then from the suggestions, you must learn also. If you don't understand, you need to ask Copilot for explanation. And these are the don'ts. Don't copy the code blindly. Submit assignments without understanding because there are high risks. It's risky to accept what you don't understand. You need to understand something before accepting it. You must not assume that AI is always correct. It also makes mistakes. So don't ignore errors and warnings. Let's see, it has completed. So this is what has been updated right here. It's updated. So let's just visit the portfolio and see what has been updated there. This is what has been updated. Just put a short bio now. This is the short bio we were talking about. Now it's clear as compared to the first one, which was just uh, reduced without enough information. You can see. So I'm impressed. Then I choose to keep. For the tips, professional developers use AI to accelerate development, but employers still expect developers to understand the code they write. Uh, they use AI, but you need to understand it, because if you don't understand the code, then it's riskier. AI assists developers, but it doesn't replace them, because it will need someone who instructs it what to do. Uh, this is what GitHub Copilot can do for you. Is what it can do for you. And this, you must use Git Copilot responsibly. You must not just take it. So those are the things you need to consider when using Git Copilot. This is how to write a good Copilot command. You can do it this way. So that's the end of today's lesson and the end of the first module. On the next lesson, we're going to be starting on the second module. Also, we're going to be talking about creating your first component. So I can't wait to see you on the next lesson. Thank you. Goodbye.